Hello, welcome to Desert Island Retro. Today we are going to talk about Rally X and Friends. Rally X came in two versions, the original game called Rally X and then a sequel called New Rally X. The sequel was marginally easier, it started with less cars at the beginning and I felt that it introduced you to the levels on a step-by-step basis rather than throwing you straight in at the deep end. You may have noticed that the title of this video is called Rally X and Friends. What about the Friends? You'll see a game, effectively the third game in this series, that the Japanese have done, and my god, they've taken a simple, great little game and done something that only the Japanese could do. The only question to that is why, oh god, why would they even dream of doing something like this? The object of this game is to drive around the track collecting 10 flags. There are 8 normal flags, 2 special flags. One of the special flags will convert the remaining fuel into points and then refill your car. The second special flag will double the value of any flag that you go over, so 100 points will be 200 and so on. If you can collect the special flag straight away, even if you have to hunt for it on the map, this means that your score will increase very quickly and you stand a very good chance of getting the extra lives. In your way of collecting the yellow flags, you're being pursued by little red cars. You can slow these cars down by using the smoke as your weapon, however this decreases your fuel allowance, and you also have to avoid the rocks. If you can stay alive, not run out of fuel and collect all the flags, essentially you complete the level and move on to the next. For all my enjoyment of this game, I was never particularly good at it. The gameplay that you've just seen now probably resembles how good I was as a small child, and this resulted in a very major grounding for me during one summer holiday. I had the bright idea, where I was playing, that I could get more money to play this game by selling things that I didn't own to my friends. Yes, they were giving me 10p, 20p here there, and it soon built up. By the end of the day, I'd sold pretty much everything that I owned to my unwilling buyers, but they'd borrowed the money, given me the money from their pocket money, and you know what? They trusted me. The problem came when it came to actually giving them the goods that they had brought, or rather sold me, so I could play this damn game. When my friends came to collect the goods that I owed them because they had bought it off me on my false promises, they turned up at the house and my parents were pissed, to say the least. The end result was they gave all the money back that I had missold to my friends and I wasn't allowed out for the rest of the summer holiday. The lesson of the day there was don't sell what you don't plan to get rid of, and if you do it, don't let your parents catch you. While I've been talking, you'll actually see that the game has transitioned from Rally X into New Rally X. If I could have a time machine, this is the version that I very much wish that I could have played as a small child, because 1, it's a damn sight easier, 2, I wouldn't have sold so many things I didn't need to sell that I was never planning on selling anyway, and 3, I may not have been grounded for such a long time. For anybody that is curious, this game is actually running on Mame at the moment, and those are fireworks going off in the background if you just heard a crackle. When using Mame, if you have a game that supports artwork, see if the artwork is out there. It adds a real layer of depth to the visuals and brings a really good retro feel, I believe, to the game that you're looking to play, especially if it's one that you remember from when you were much smaller in the arcades. At present, you are looking at a repeat of the first level on New Rally X. When this level completes, it will switch to a bonus round. The key to this game is having 2 eyes looking at separate things. If you can watch the radar screen on the right, while equally watching the map that your car is driving around to try and avoid the rocks, you generally will be in a good place to complete this level. What you will notice that is different from this version to the previous version of Rally X is that there are a couple of changes on the maze that you may or may not have picked up on, and also the soundtrack feels a little bit more frantic on this newer version. The challenge stage presents us 5 rocks and 7 red cars, neither of which are moving until we run out of fuel. then we will be pursued by the cars. Again, the same method as on the earlier map. If you can collect the double bonus flag first of all, your points will really rocket. A collision with a rock or one of the red cars will bring death in an instant for you on the bonus stage. You don't restart, you don't get a chance to finish it, it's just end of life and move on to the next level. This level could have been played a lot better than what you are seeing at the moment. I have left flags on the top right of the map and the bottom left of the map. If I'd played this a little bit better with maybe a little bit more skill that I openly admit that I don't have, then I would be in a situation where my remaining fuel at the end of the level would have been converted into a lot more points than what I end up with. That being said, at least I'm doing a little better now than what I am on the original version of the game. What happens going forward is the levels repeat and cycle, as you've seen at the moment, the major differences being the amount of cars, the colour of the shrubs on the map, and the general map colour itself from the blocks that you're effectively driving around. What I'm going to do now is skip forward to the end of the game so you can see that I missed having an extra life by about 80 points, and then we're going to look at the third version of this game. What you did not see here was 4 rounds of gameplay. During the blue screen we were at level 4 and we finally die at level 8. See, my score is just shy of 80,000 points. If I had 80,000 points I would have had a bonus life so I could have played this game just a little bit more. Here we have the third game in the series, following New Rally X. I have no idea what happened in Japan, why people thought this was a good idea. They've essentially taken a good little game that worked really well and applied a level of bling on top of it. They've also added a whole load of cartoon girls for some absurd reason. Rather than go over a flag which tells you have 100 points, 200 points or whatever, you have a little animated character on the top right hand of the screen that presents a flag telling you how many points you've scored. Throughout the game you have Japanese voices saying who knows what to encourage you to carry on playing. It's probably enthusiastic comments, but again this is like taking Space Invaders and replacing the invaders. On top of the bling, they added a little mini mission where you have to collect a diamond at the end of the level, and then this. What is the point of this? You can understand that some games do certain things for fan service. There is a Dead or Alive series of games where you essentially beat 'em up, and for those that enjoy those characters they have made Dead or Alive volleyball. The question that I ask is why would you do this to a car racing game? Rally X is nothing to do with schoolgirls, strange pictures and things like this. There really is no point. Personally, if I was to be standing in an arcade playing this, my self-esteem would have gone down just a little bit. On the flip side of the coin, thank God we have Mame that is available to us to show these strange, odd games that you would never normally get to see, or at least you wouldn't have the backbone to put any money in if you did see them, and you get to experience the twisted mind of certain game developers from the East. The more I think about this, the more I think that in Japan there must be a underground culture where you have the little dark arcades full of seedy little games like this, as well as a whole host of other ones. If you look at the history of Mame and what is available, there are some discrete type titles that I don't think you would see on the western shoreline, and it's for good reason as well. Yeah, there is no reason for games to be doing this. I'm not a prude or anything else like this, but you've taken a simple concept and, well, ruined it in some cases. You know, it makes me wonder what versions of Pac-Man may be available. So I think we have seen enough of this game, perhaps a little bit too much. I'm going to flip forward to the end of this so you can see the final animation and sign off. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed Rally X, New Rally X, and, well, this game here. The title comes up at the end so you know what to avoid. Thank you for watching.